Make sure everything sounds good on here. Bless my nigga. Yes, my nigga. Okay. Make sure everything sounds good. And y'all say something?
Yo,
Something.
Bless my nigga. Yes, my nigga. Okay. Hold on. And y'all say something?
Oh, I gotta wait till this
yo,
something stops.
All right,
Right.
yeah, we're good. All right, we're about to start. Morning, y'all. Welcome to another episode 22 of the Chop It Up Music Podcast. Me, Karma Keys, Black Toad, Dewan. I know it's kind of been a while since well, it's been like a week.
It's only been like a couple weeks, right? Didn't we didn't get on last week, right?
Yeah, it was just last week. I don't know what kind of bug going around in Texas right now, but that shit was that shit was just taking down niggas one by one. Like if y'all can't hear it, our boy Dewan is still kind of recovering a little bit, so give him some grace, so please, you know. But
yes.
but shit, today we got a lot of topics we got to go through just to kind of make up for some time. Um, first off, I always keep forgetting what y'all been listening to. Well, shit, like the past week and a half now. There you go.
Well, you already know what I've been listening to. I've been listening to that good old fashioned Clipse, let God sort them out. You know what I'm saying? And it's like one of the best things that I've heard in years. In years.
Yes, I agree. Um,
Also, no worries. Um what you call it? What's it call it? Lord.
yeah, yeah, yeah. For me, same thing. Clips. I even went back to even like the older catalogs and stuff. Um, I went back to some of Pusha T's old catalogs. This week, if not this week or next week, I might just go ahead and listen to Pharrell. 'Cause to be honest, I don't think I ever heard like a Nerd Project or anything like that, or like any of his other stuff, except for like probably like singles and shit. I
Mm-hmm.
definitely listened to the Jackboys album. We'll talk about that later on. And I tried to give the Justin Bieber album a chance last night, but I guess it just wasn't the time. I wasn't feeling like the first couple songs, so yeah.
Damn.
But yeah. And what about you, Dewan?
Me, I have not been keeping up with the newest music out, but I've been kind of like going back. I've been well, we'll talk about it, but in case we don't have time to talk about it, I've been going back to the Free Weezy album because this month that album made 10 years,
Mm-hmm.
so that album been in my rotation. So that's pretty much all for me. Free Weezy album. I really enjoyed that album.
Can we get some claps or some horns for the Free Weezy album 10-year anniversary, please? Can we get some claps or some horns for the Free Weezy album?
Fuck. Oh shit.
Can we get some claps? Thank you. Shout out
Oh,
to
and
huh?
and another announcement I uh like to make today. DS2 made 10 years. Dirty
Oh,
Sprite 2 by Future.
bro, can we get some horns? Fuck the claps. We need some horns. Like we need. Yes, thank you. You need that Southside sound effect too. The Kill Bill one. Yeah, we
How does
definitely
that
need
go?
that. The Kill Bill the ran. That,
Oh, okay. I'll find it. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, but yeah.
Sprite 3 is not needed. That's all I gotta say.
You said what?
I said Dirty Sprite 2 is so good. I don't know if we need a DS3. I don't know if we
Nah,
need that one.
we definitely don't. We definitely don't. Like it's fine. We're good. We're good on that.
Hmm.
Yeah, but the first thing, let's start off. What you call it? Artists that you listen to before they went mainstream.
Okay. Who want to start this one off? Well, I'll go first.
Yeah, go ahead, go
Oh,
ahead.
you want to go first?
Nah, go
Oh,
ahead,
go
go
ahead,
ahead,
Shaq.
go ahead, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'll just go for me. I have to say, Rich Homie Quan. I was kind of listening to him. My uncle was kind of listening to him. He was tapped in with a lot of Atlanta music at the time.
Hmm.
And this is like, if anybody remember, Rich Homie Quan kind of had that phase in his music, like that's right before he went like, before Type of Way was a big song, before Wayne remixed it and everything. It was like he still had like that kind of like that underground Atlanta type, you know, deal he was in. Like he wasn't too hot, but he wasn't unknown. And so I remember listening to him before he blew up, and I was like, man, like it's just that the type of sound he was doing at the time, it wasn't a lot of people doing what he was doing. Like he was singing, but he was rapping.
Hmm.
Like it was kind of like it had that unique effect, and I remember listening to it like in early 2012, and early 2013. I remember, well, when he dropped that mixtape, I promise I will never stop going. I think I said it right, but I think he dropped it in 2013, I believe. And I remember listening to that mixtape, and that's still one of my favorite mixtapes because when that mixtape came out, I remember that mixtape was so popular that I was knowing a lot of people in my neighborhood at the time making that mixtape their screensaver, and
Hmm.
that was a thing that people used to do. For a project they really loved, they'll just save it as a screensaver. I know people still may do that now, but I know definitely 2011, 2012, I seen a lot of people doing it. And so Rich Homie Quan is definitely like one of those artists. And it's kind of like when you find like an artist that you like, and you know, when they go mainstream, it's no longer like you can no longer keep it for yourself because now the whole world has. So it's like you kind of like you don't have that feeling like you used to have. And then just to be quick, number two, I would say, of course, my boy Thugger Thugger. Okay, before Danny Glover, before Stoner came out, he used to do songs with Gucci Mane, and Gucci Mane, I was like a huge fan of him, and so anybody knows back in 2012, 2013, Gucci Mane used to drop like 50 mixtapes a year. Like
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
it was crazy. So and on those mixtapes, Doug used to be on those mixtapes, but his name used to be spelled different if I'm not mistaken. It used to be like YUNG Thug. And he wasn't who he was now. But I remember listening to him. I'm like, this guy sound. He's weird. He remind me of Wayne, but his bars not as catchy as Wayne. But he kind of has like that, that voice. And a couple years later, like probably about a year and a half later, he ends up blowing up. And then number three, I had to go with Rico Nasty. I have to say this, man. I was the heaviest Rico Nasty fan, but seeing her shift, like at first, she was kind of looked at as a parody artist because she did this song called iCarly, and people were just like making jokes. But then she started taking music serious before she became a rock star. But that's another conversation. So those three artists that I kind of like was listening to before they became, mainstream artists.
Yeah. Okay. What about you, Trevor? Uh, but
Bro, okay, so obviously you gonna hear my Kendrick, Crit. Those are my two. Well, Big Crit didn't really go mainstream, but obviously like Kendrick. And if I can't say Big Crit, then I'll say who did I listen to that before they went? Chance.
yeah, yeah, I could definitely vouch for that. You definitely was dropping
Yeah,
heavy on the chance.
I was boy, I was blasting Chance the Rapper a lot
Yeah,
before he went mainstream.
yeah. Too bad it went down. Anywho,
It didn't go downhill. He just had one bad project. I don't know why he took 6 years to release some shit.
shit. I mean, you could say the same thing about ASAP Rocky, but that's for another
When's that shit supposed
episode.
to come out? Let me look that up.
Yeah. Um, for me, it's pretty simple. It's just really like SZA. Um,
Oh yeah, I should have said that.
I wanna say Logic, but like, is Logic mainstream?
Yeah, he's not anymore, but he used to be.
Yeah, like at least when the 2017 album came out, Everybody or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was just really like SZA, Logic. Um, SZA, like I said, like my the very first song I heard from her was Teen Spirit. Uh, TDE had dropped it on SoundCloud when it was like more active on there. Amazing ass song. I'll definitely tell everybody to check it out. I ended up I ended up sampling it like years later, and put on my own little twist to it. Get it, little twist. But anywho, and then like yeah, like after that she had dropped the not Control, the little EP that she dropped like around 2014 or so, and she had like some other mixtapes before that too. But I was kind of glad that like she kind of hit that mainstream success. Um, and same thing with Logic. First time I listened to it was like Under Pressure and everything. Thought he was a chill dude. He's still a chill dude. Like pretty cool, whatever the case. Like, and his music started to get like way better, like 2015, 16. The 2017 album, I was a little bit mixed on it. I don't really go back to it as much, but I have like a couple favorites on off of there. And then 2018, like it was still. He tried to like. I guess that's when he really hit his mainstream peak, and he tried to be experimental with the trap sounds and shit. But it's just what happened a year after. It's just like, oh lord, like what the fuck happened, bro? Like I'm not about to start the whole Logic hate train. I think he already had half a decade dealing with that shit. But if you know, you know. If you was a Logic fan during that time, you know. It
Yeah,
was rough.
yeah,
It
it
was
was
definitely
fucking
rough.
rough.
But he
It was
definitely
definitely
he
rough.
definitely bounced back with his last recent albums and everything. I know he's doing some. I think he's doing like a project with like, not Project Pat, Juicy J and shit. Um, we'll see how that goes again. But other than that, yeah, that's I can say that's pretty much about it. Ain't nothing else to really say about that. Um, Next topic. What you call it? Two Chain's best album. I ain't gonna lie. I'm
So
not.
help me God.
Well, okay. Well, Black Toe says so. Oh my god. I try to, I try to like listen to his discography like a week or two ago before I got sick and everything. Um, I will say he definitely got better around Pretty Girls like trap music or so and so. Cause like his earlier stuff, like it's cool. It was just more like trap and pop influence or whatever. Like he was breaking out the mainstream, so like I get it. But I want to say like around like after Pretty Girls like trap music, that's when he really started to like take his shit like more seriously and everything. At least when it comes to like lyricism and stuff like that. So I did remember hearing "So Help Me God." I don't remember too much of it, but I think that one's pretty good. So I'll probably roll with that one too. Wait, was that the one that had Ariana Grande song on there?
So help me God.
Yeah.
I think so.
Well, whichever one had
That
like
was Rapper Go to the League.
Rapper Go to League, I might like that one a little bit more. I might
Yeah,
like
that's
that one
crazy.
a little bit more. But
Yeah, that's wild.
yeah, I mean, I can know I'll still go back and listen to his other albums and see. Probably come back to this topic another time or so. But yeah,
Let me see.
what about you, Dewan?
I have to say, for me, it would have to be Pretty Girls Like Trap Music. Pretty Girls Like Trap Music is still like, to me, it's my top two Chains album. It's so crazy. Next year, that album will make 10 years. But man, 2016, that was also still coming off that 2015 hype. But man, I had to say, like, song wise and production wise, Pretty Girls Like Trap Music is my favorite because I just felt like that album was put together, and I feel like he did a really good rollout on that album. Like, that was around the time he had like the Pink Trap House and stuff like that. I think it's still in Atlanta or something, but I just remember that one. I would have to say, but lyrically, his best album is "So Help Me God." But but because of I just kind of like wasn't. I was just more so trying to get. I like when 2 Chainz makes songs, but I'm not really crazy about his lyrical introspective stuff. I know he can go there, but I like when he make his songs. I like when he have a balance of lyricism and just trap production. I like that balance that he does. Um, I will have to say, and for number three, I had to put based on the true story one. His debut album. I mean. Based on a true story, album came out in 2012. That's the one that had birthday song and all those classics, Two
Yeah.
Chain songs we know. But
Mhm.
it's just that the only reason why, cause that sound, me going back to that album, it's like that sound is so dated. So it's like
Yeah.
for me, it's like I can't really vibe to it because it's not 2012 anymore. And like listening to Bees in the Trap or birthday song, it don't sound that bad, but it's still like I feel like I'm past that sound. I'll say for myself. So Help Me got his best lyrical one. Rapper Go to the League. To me, that album kind of gave me more life vibes because it kind of reminded me like when Drake did More Life, and it was supposed to be like a compilation. That album, excuse me, kind of remind me of like More Life in a sense because it's so many different artists on the song and it's so many different sounds on the album. So it's like so that's to me it kind of gives me like a compilation because it just so many different sounds on the album. Like you have Ariana Grande, then you have Travis Scott, then you have Young Thug, then Kendrick's on the album too. So it's like a collage. Um,
On
it-
what album?
Rapper Go to the League, but
Oh yeah,
yeah, it's like you can tell he was having fun with the album, but it's still a dope album.
yeah.
So
That's my second favorite from him.
yeah, but
Like very
but
close.
Pretty Girls Like Trap Music album. 2 Chainz pretty much made good albums. The album that I kind of was not the craziest about was Dope Don't Sell Itself.
Yeah,
I feel like it was just kind of like something to just put out there. I think he was trying to get out of his Def Jam deal. I don't know, but I know that around that time I wasn't coming from So Help Me God. Dope Don't Sell Itself. It just was not coming from So Help Me God and then dropping Dope Don't Sell Itself. It's kind of like I
is
don't
he not
know.
under Def Jam no more?
I think he's under Atlantic. He's under Atlantic now, if I believe.
Mm.
Yeah, I believe he has an Atlantic deal. But but yeah. So just to sum it up, Pretty Girls Like Trap Music, um, and then So Help Me God, and I guess Rapper Go to League number three. I know like some OG Two Chains fans, OG Two Chains fans. I can't talk today. Might bring up True Religion, the mixtape. I don't remember that far back. It's been a long time, but
Hmm.
the True Religion mixtape, I know that was like a big thing back in like the early 2010s when he dropped that mixtape, and of course he got his Kylie Grove one, but yeah, uh, that's what I had to say. Pretty Girls Like Trap Music is my favorite 2 Chainz album, hands down.
Yeah.
It's a really good one.
Shit.
It's
Next.
what it's your number two.
Huh?
No, my
Good,
number
Trevor.
two. My number two is Rapper Go to the League. Pretty Girls Like Trap Music
And
is my
so,
number three.
then what's number four?
Look, bro, I ain't go that far. I'd say
All
number
right, all
four
right, all
would
right.
probably be. I mean, if I gotta choose, uh, probably True
All right,
Religion.
based on a true story.
Oh no,
Okay,
yeah,
so based on true story is like
yeah. I don't. I can't put based on true story over True Religion. I can't do that.
no, no. I understand because that sound is okay. That's another conversation because I feel I do want us to talk about the album one day because a lot of people put that as like his classic album because
Yeah,
it's like it's an OG sound. But then he dropped. Oh, there's a based on a true story too. That
I don't
yeah,
remember that.
that's
I think only
it. It had the song with Pharrell on there though. So
it. Yeah, it did. But I don't. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like I still need to go back to Life is Beautiful. To be honest, I
Oh,
don't
okay,
remember.
but
But I don't remember things at all.
well, what I do, well, the a conversation that we could have in the future is talking about our best singles from Two Chains, because you know, man,
That'd be
Feds
hard.
Watching was a yeah,
Yeah.
Feds Watching was one of my favorite singles by him. But okay,
Yeah. Next topic. What makes an artist successful?
Luck and success. No, I'm playing. It is luck, but it's also word of mouth and just consistency. Because you can like make it, like you can get established and put yourself out there, but for you to stay there is actually the problem. It's actually the task, because Dr. Dre said it on a To Pimp Butterfly. He was like, anybody can get it, but the hard part is keeping it.
Yeah.
Because who the fuck is talking about Lil Pump now? But people knew who he was for like a good like 4 or 5 months. So it's like people. That's really all people want. That's really all what some people want, but others want longevity. I guess there are a lot of people who just do not ever want to go to a 9 to 5 like ever again.
I mean, shit. I don't blame him. Chill.
Me neither. Shit, I don't want to fucking do no 9 to 5.
Fucking. I also believe like healthy connection, like healthy relationships with like with other people in the industry, like ones that's like really not on some sneak shit, or at least like if y'all know like y'all ain't really like buddy like that, but you do see like you can build something with that artist, or or shit, even like an executive or whatever the case is, and if you got like a healthy
Mm-hmm.
relationship with them, then I'm pretty sure like it'll be beneficial to both of y'all and still kind of keep y'all in the game for like a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I believe in healthy connections, healthy relationships. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that should be kind of what the hell. Excuse me. Sorry about that. But yeah, that's all I have to really say about that. What about you, Dewan?
I had to say for me, character development. I mean, it's like I feel like this plays, even though this is a life thing. I feel like it plays, in a big part of music as well, because it's like you could be talented, but if you like a terrible person, then it's like it's gonna make people perceive your music differently. Because it's like, for example, like even with Lil Wayne, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like people are used to him just kind of being private, staying out of the limelight. But when he spoke about the Super Bowl stuff, a lot of people were like, well, either just taken back by it or just like shocked, because Wayne usually don't really respond to a lot of the stuff that people say about him. And so it did kind of make people look at him kind of different, because it's like, man, like you're a multi-platinum artist, and you're upset about the Super Bowl or whatever. So people was kind of like, man, like, you feel entitled, or you feel like you're better. The same thing with Young Thug and Gunna. Like people like, dude, why are you arguing back and forth with Gunna? He's not worried about you. So I just feel like character like matters a lot, and I feel like it does, because it's like, honestly, I mean, what good is the music if the people that listen to your music don't like you as a person? like,
Yeah.
like, and I just feel like that plays a huge part in it, because if people just know you may like, how for example, Shaq always bring this up when Thug was calling people peasants or something when Young
Mm-hmm.
Thug did that. And I be like, man, that happened so long ago. How does Shaq remember that? But that did rub a lot of people the wrong way. And the same thing that Young Thug did when he was naming his album like Barter Six or something.
Yeah,
A
that's really
lot
crazy.
uh, at that time, now, because it's been over 10 years, people just don't care. But at that time, that he was getting a lot of hate. Thug was not just getting hate because of the music he was making, but also because some of the stuff he was doing. And at that time, people was rocking with Wayne, and he was going through his stuff. And Thug is to a lot of people, to people that did not live in Atlanta, he was still looked at as a new artist, even though in Atlanta people know he been rapping for years. And so you just gonna name your album Carter 6 or whatever to troll him. So I think that does I think character matters a lot. And then number two, I'll say your team because I always say this: if I was an artist, I want Doja Cat's team, man, because even though I know like her music comes from her own creativity, I know that it takes a team to help that vision come to pass. If y'all know what I mean. So, and I know that Wayne earlier albums and earlier mixtapes, you know, yes, the bars maybe came from him, but I believe Cash Money was very hands on with his career, and we're starting to see that now because sometimes if somebody's not writing the music for you, somebody like a big bro giving you that tap on the shoulder saying, "Hey man, this ain't it." Sometimes in life that's all what we need, but so I would say character first, and then team, the right team, man. Because a lot of these artists, if they had the right team, they probably would have better albums. So
Yeah. Excuse me. Do movie and game soundtracks still matter? Yes, they do. Yes, the fuck they do. Yes, they do. Um, I will say this because I'm kind of glad like now like I think they're starting to not starting to but I I guess like a year or two ago they started adding like game soundtracks to be eligible for like Grammys and shit.
Yeah,
And
I think one of them won.
was it what was it like Arcane or
I think
something?
it was like the no. It was like the big band or something like that. Big band.
Mm.
They got nominated for like an arrangement they did of a Kirby song,
Oh shit.
and I don't remember if they won or not though. I'm about to. Yeah, no, they won the Grammy for award of best arrangement or instrumental of a cappella in 2022. So let me go what song that was for. Yeah, from Meta Knight's Revenge for Kirby Superstar. They won.
Did Nintendo have, oh well shit. I
It.
was
I mean,
yeah
I don't know.
yeah
I don't know
obviously.
how the logistics of it is, but they won a Grammy.
Yeah, and personally, in my opinion, I do feel like if they was able to, like, I guess go back and listen to like older game soundtracks from like many years ago. Like, we could definitely put like the Sonic 3 soundtrack up there. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Hmm.
if it was like still legal, due to the whole Michael Jackson thing or whatever the case is. But I'll put that up there. I'll put like Near Automata. I'll put like fucking um, shit, maybe even Smash a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey yo.
anywho, I do feel like
Oh,
shit.
and they were nominated. They were nominated for. Sorry, they were also nominated for Last Surprise this year. This past Grammy
Mm,
with the Persona song.
like I can
That's
only
crazy.
imagine like even shit like even like some of the older Sonic games like because like to this day like any game I feel like any game that came out from like the 2000s like the Sonic soundtrack still you can say what you want about the games from during that time, but the soundtracks like the projects that they have for it was always top tier. You know what I'm saying? Even the games that got like the worst reviews always had like the best soundtracks compared to like everything else. It wasn't just like no straight orchestral shit or whatever. It was just like you had like some heat on there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But yeah, but yeah, I feel like they're still important in my opinion.
100%. Shit, I want to shake the hand of the nigga that made the Expedition 33 soundtrack.
That nigga definitely deserves that shit.
You know what I'm saying?
You know,
He deserves more than a handshake, but I can't provide him with anything else than just a handshake.
you can get him some frog legs.
Why the fuck? I don't even eat that shit. I don't. Why would I want to give him that? That nigga's French. Oh wait, do they eat that over there?
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, no, I'm good over there. I'm good.
You have anything to say? You have anything to say about the one?
Yeah. I have to say I'm on the opposite side of the spectrum. Um, I don't know. I don't think they
Oh,
matter
you
as
just trying to
much.
be
I don't think they.
different. Oh,
they,
you just trying to be different. Like
no, no, no. I'm gonna tell you the weirdest thing, and then y'all may look at me crazy. I actually used to play certain games on mute, like
Oh,
like
me too.
GTA 4, like just especially like when I was younger, and I would like I don't know, I would want to zone out or something like
Is
that.
GTA a good
Because when I
example
used to,
though?
maybe not, because I feel like I'm gonna be honest. I feel like after a while I do get tired of the music, and I just think maybe because GTA is one of those games where, you know, I don't know, but after a while I know I got tired of the GTA 5 track list. And I'm gonna say this: it depends on if it's like games like arcade games or indie games or something like that. I feel like yeah, it matters, because at the same time, if it's a game that if it's not a lot of dialogue going on or something like that, I do feel like music like Scott, not Scott, Scott Pilgrim, not Scott the Pilgrim, but Scott Pilgrim, a game where there's like people is there's no like dialogue, like characters are not talking. It's like yes, because the music makes up for it. But if it's a game like out, like you're right, like a GTA or a Mafia, a game that you actually don't, when people are talking, you can actually can play the game on mute and still enjoy it. But I mean, you can mute the music. I mean, when I say mute, that's what I mean, like muting the music, because that's what I used to do when I used to play GTA 4. I used to just come home, play the game, and mute the music. But I don't feel like they matter as much, and it's so crazy because it's like some of these movie soundtracks, man. I mean, you talk about 40, 50 songs, like, but it does depend on the movie, because I remember when Creed came out, when Creed 2, I think I was going through that track list, but and but yeah, to me, I don't think they, in my opinion, I don't think they matter as much, because nowadays, I don't know. But I think this conversation will probably be more fit for a person that games 24/7, because like these kids, they have more time on their hands to game than maybe us adults do. So,
I
but
no, I mean like there are games that has to have the music on, like no matter what, like even if you play it, like because I mean the most recent game is Expedition 33. Like playing that game on mute, I feel like that would be a big disservice, like to your experience. If you're talking about like for the
but
game itself, or are you saying like in
well,
general for the music?
okay. So let me say what I'm talking about particular per. Now I'm not even gonna say that word. I'm talking about rap. I'm talking about rap. If it's a game where it's like it's some like Mario Kart, or not Mario Kart, but if it's like a game that has rap music, I feel like you can still play it. I'm talking about specifically rap, but like you said, we're talking about other types of games where like the music does set the tone of the game. But for me, I can play a GTA game and mute the music. Like if I get
Mm-hmm.
tired of the music, I can do that. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. But like you
Okay.
said, but you said like GTA is a game where you can mute the music and still get the story or whatever the case may be. But I
Yeah,
I,
half the
I
time you're
just
playing the game, they're not even playing music because like they only play it like when you're in the car or if you're doing a story mission.
yeah, but I just used to get really annoyed of the GTA 5 soundtrack.
Yeah, me too.
Um, so yeah, and then the GTA 4 soundtrack. That's a whole nother conversation.
Hey, that loading
Cause
screen music go hard though.
look, bro. I still can't get A-Rap money out of my head, and those who
Oh,
know, like,
yeah.
bro, I look,
That part was funny as
bro,
shit.
bro. That song used to always be playing, and GTA 4 is one of those games where you'll be hearing music come from out of nowhere,
Yeah,
like like who got some radio or something. But but yeah, that's just me. To me, I don't think they matter as much.
it like I think it does. It's just like how you're like describing it, like I get like it's just that's a tailored experience, but I still do think that as far as rap is concerned, like they still like reference like games. Like it's a bad thing to sample rap, to sample game music because that's a whole you got to deal with like many fucking channels to get it cleared. But as far as like the existence of gaming music, they it still has a place.
Well, I think I'm gonna say this. I'm very curious. I'm very curious for uh GTA 6 soundtrack next year. I think the whole world is curious, but you know, I'm very curious. Like because there's
I
so
don't know about the whole
look
world
they
being
can.
curious about it.
Well, I'll just say for me, I'm very curious because they can do so much.
Yeah, they can do a
They
lot.
they can go they can go so many different type of directions because I know earlier, when we started the podcast, like, months ago, I was talking about, oh, they just need to make a soundtrack based around Florida. And now since we had that conversation yesterday, I am
Mm.
not a fan of the Florida scene at all. Yes, Rick Ross, of course, he solidified. But other than that, I am not the craziest, besides X. But just only them two. The rest of the Florida rap scene, I'm not really the craziest about, especially like the modern Florida rap scene. So like, you know, I changed my mind like after we had that conversation yesterday. Like
Nah, I feel you.
Hey, he said it, not me. That's all I'm gonna say. He said it, not me. Don't come in,
look,
don't come and play Call of Duty around my place. You know what I'm saying?
look. I'm gonna tell you this: the way, and I'm gonna make this point. We can move forward. The modern day Florida rap scene is kind of like it's like this drill, but it's like this, like it's just weird, Because then you have your boss Mandilo, where he's not like a drill artist, but then you have like the Julios and the Ace Youngins, and you have that type of sound, and the Spot'em Got'ems. You have like they're still Florida artists, and they represent for the younger generation. But then you still have your OGs like Rick Ross and T Pain, but Rick Ross is not. He's not dropping like that. T Pain got his own thing going on, and I don't know too many people that's tapped into Trina and Trick Daddy's new music. So, and then people mention Kodak Black, but when people talk about Kodak Black now, they talk about what he do more than his music. And X has passed on already, unless you're talking about his old catalog. So it's like Florida is in a weird place.
Hmm? What'd you say?
No, he said Florida's in a weird place.
Oh yeah, of course. I don't even know if I can go to Florida right now.
They say Florida is the craziest place on earth.
Yeah,
I
you
seen
go
that.
to the
Okay.
news. You go to Florida and you click the news tab. It's some crazy shit.
Man, it's so crazy.
Man, it's just wild. It's like, damn, you can make a whole sitcom out of just news story. Not a whole sitcom. You can make a whole show just out of the news that's going on.
I think it was
That's probably why
Florida
GTA
that
6 is making the
happened.
game. My bad. What you saying?
Look, no, you good. I think it was Florida that happened where some teachers fed the kids cupcakes and the cupcakes did not have icing on them.
Bro, what?
What did it happen? Whoa! No!
Bro,
Please don't. No, 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 no. I'm about to look this up right now, bro. There's no way.
bro, what are y'all niggas on, bro? What the fuck?
Okay, I'm just gonna assume that didn't happen because nothing's coming up about that. I'm just gonna assume that did not happen.
Okay, look, I'm gonna send it to you, bro.
Shout out to Florida, bro.
Nah, no, no. If that's true, stay the fuck away from Florida.
Bro, every place is horrible. Every place. There's always some weird shit going on. We're not about to act like Texas don't have like some weirdos doing. Especially what happened with that restaurant incident back in downtown. For those who know.
What
My bad, it was
restaurant?
Louisiana.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
okay.
great.
Okay.
Oh, great.
I mean, I don't have no reason to go to Louisiana anyways.
I mean, they make some good food.
Okay. Okay.
Bro, what
I
the
get-
fuck? Okay. Well, if y'all
Wow, bro.
if if y'all done with that, I'll move on to the next topic. Yeah. Okay.
Please move. Yeah, please move to the other topic, bro.
Yeah. If you were a mainstream
That was
artist,
dark.
if you were a mainstream artist, how would you respond to criticism?
I wouldn't. It depends. It depends on the critique. Like if it's like actual like constructive, and it depends on who it's coming from. If it's coming from either a peer or someone that I look up to, then of course I'm gonna like take heed of it. But if it's just some nigga who I ain't never heard of in my life, who don't have nothing to his name, or who don't have nothing to their name, and if I were to check out like what they have, and it's not even, it doesn't even sound that good, I think think they gotta take like a little bit of a seat, you know.
I wonder if Drake feels that way about Kendrick.
Well, Kendrick's his peer, and he's better than him.
No, but I want to like I wish somebody would like legit just ask Drake like even after the beef, like, do you think his music do you think Kendrick's music's bad, like besides like the beef songs?
Well, he never thought Kendrick's music was bad. He just doesn't think that Kendrick is better than him. But like Kendrick did say constructive criticism on Euphoria. He was just like, I like Drake when he does melodies. I don't like it when he acts tough.
Yeah, and that's fair.
Nah. Yeah, that's constructive. Like, hey, bro, when you doing that tough shit, like you do sound pretty fucking lame. And he does sound pretty fucking lame when he does that.
Bro, because like I said, like I'm so tired of me saying that shit, bro. When I was in high school and when he dropped started from the bottom, I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, this is not you. Like, I'm not about to act like I'm not about to sit here and act like I know you personally. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to sit here and like say like you never went through nothing or whatever. Like, I'm pretty sure you went through something in your life. You know what I'm saying? But started from the bottom, like try telling that to like any of the Wu-Tang members or like you know, anybody from like Compton or anything like that, or like somebody who just had like a very hard upbringing, and like you try to tell them that shit, they look at you like, nigga, like what? Like, bro,
Like, what the fuck is you talking about?
like, bro, my sister watched you on Nickelodeon, bro. Like, like what you, like what you on about, bro? Like, and like, you know, and that was my thing. Like, I even took like a year off listening to Drake because of that shit. Because it's like when he dropped Take Care, he wasn't. If he was trying to sound tough because he was just trying to get his lyrics out, like Lord knows and shit. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't mind it when he was talking like that because, like, you know, he trying to talk his shit, and he was like, I will say this about Drake. Like, I ain't trying to make this a whole Drake thing, but I will say it. But like during that time, like people was like really on him. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
I get it that like he tried to like toughen himself up a little more because like it's rap. Like you know, niggas are built upon dealing with criticism and like, you know, people being hard on you and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. But when you start changing, like, I guess like some of your background a little bit, and you know that's not really how you really moved in the beginning, it kind of just look like it looks at you a certain way. Now, granted, I fuck with Nothing Was the Same. You know what I'm saying? Well, just the original album, not the deluxe. I have to clarify that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not about to sit and act like niggas really listen to the motion like that. That's just me. But
Damn.
But Nothing Was the Same. Like, I like the aggression. Like when he dropped like songs like what was it? Motherfuckers Never Loved Us, or what was it? What was that name?
Worst behavior.
Worst Behavior. Yeah. Like I don't mind that. Like, even though you still trying to sound tough, like it's like you just talking your shit. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't mind that per se. You know what I'm saying? But songs like anything like around Scorpion and like after when like you're like talking like mafia talk, gang talk, or when you bring up Jay Prince or something like that, it's just like, come on, dude. Like like I don't mind if like you trying to like
Yeah.
give him respect or whatever, but like you trying to move all malicious and everything. It's just like Drake, like come on, bro. Like you could have just been one of the homies playing Fortnite with Kendrick or something like that. I don't fucking know. Like you ain't gotta do all of that shit, bro. You really don't. And them niggas feel the same way. Ain't nobody gonna say anything, and that's why Kendrick had to do what he had to do. If anything, Kendrick was looking out for him like a brother, bro. That's how I look at it. I'm talking hella shit, but that's all I'm just
Really though, like you are.
saying. But no, but yeah, I like when it comes to criticism. Yeah, I agree. Like, I guess it just really depends on the situation. Because sometimes people just be talking shit. Like we're not about to sit here and act like Anthony Fantano is right all the fucking time. You know what I'm saying? Okay, if you want to say so and so's albums are six, but a lot of people don't feel that way, then and your fans are saying that like it's like an eight or a nine or whatever. Well, listen to your fans. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, like take take criticism if you feel like there's something that you're lacking in. But if it's like somebody outright saying like your album's like straight up like dog water when you have like at least like four good five songs, then like you must be doing something right. But just focus on what you need to work on. Don't focus on like the negatives or whatever. Because at the end of the day, some of these guys like who be critiquing this shit, they don't listen to rap, bro. They just listen to whatever's popping and feel like they have enough to criticize when really they don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like like that. I don't know. That's how I just feel about that shit. You know. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have to say, yeah, I feel like an artist should just respond in their music. Like, let the music speak, speak for them. Like, I don't think that, like, nowadays you see certain artists, you know, respond on Twitter, or they drop a random deluxe, or, you see artists kind of respond in ways versus just letting the music speak for themselves. And I remember there was a situation where, where Eminem wanted to collab with T Grizzly or something, and I think
Hmm.
Royce the 5'9" was like, just wait, you know, like wait, like it's the time wasn't right or something, and I think T Grizzly found out about that, and he wasn't happy, he felt like it was like uh Royce the 5'9" was trying to like hinder his career, but Royce the
Mm.
5'9" actually wasn't. But at the same time, T Grizzly he didn't interpret that way. And I can
Yeah.
understand how he feel. I know Royce the 5'9" probably had good intentions, but I could but I understand T Grizzly too. Like, hey, like just don't worry about me, man. Let me do what I want to do. like, you know, stay out my business. But but I do think artists are just responding to music. Like all of that, like I feel like Wayne did it best. Like the internet or whatever did not like Carter Six. Like it's not too many people who actually enjoyed the album. But I'm glad that he didn't get on Twitter or rant. He don't really do that. But I'm glad he didn't throw any slick shade. So when the artists don't respond to it, it kind of makes you wonder what their next move gonna be, because
Mm.
they're not letting they're not letting the world know how they feel. You know, so Wayne could probably be seeing the same thing we see. He probably could be like, man, I thought they was really gonna like this album, but we don't know that, so we cannot predict how he gonna move because we don't know how he feels. So I feel like sometimes artists gotta leave their fans in the dark. So that's all I gotta say.
100%.
Yeah.
And take a
Cause
hiatus.
once certain fans, when certain artists like address how they feel about the criticism, a lot of fans that are immature, they'll take it and they'll run with it. Like, oh, you know, uh, if an artist say, "Well, the reason why my last album didn't hit is because y'all didn't understand it," and then a immature fan could be like, "Oh, see, they're just trying to like say that to make us like the album," but at the same time, if that artist didn't say anything, you know, fans or people that listen to their music would not have nothing to go on. They would just have to hope, you know, that the next album, will be better. So
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, bro. Just
Yeah.
just do you, bro. Don't be Drake.
Don't be that like at all.
Don't sue. Anywho, next topic. Has music changed you as a person and why?
Uh, I'd say yeah. Like it definitely made me appreciate certain things a lot more, and it did make me like be able to process certain information of how to conduct myself, how to carry myself as an individual.
Yeah,
Not all the time, but most times I do definitely attribute like certain things that I've learned to certain songs that I've heard.
yeah, yeah. It's the same for me. Like I do know, for example, like when Nipsey had passed, and I did like check out his discography. Like, hey, I'm gonna be the honest one to say that like I did. I mean, I heard Nipsey before, but like I did check out his album after he passed because I was just like, I didn't really I didn't really think to listen to a Nipsey album back in 2018 when everybody else was like dropping. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't on my radar like
Hmm.
that. But when I listened to Victory Lap, like I was unemployed at the time. I was going through shit. You know what I'm saying? Going through a situation. And not gonna lie, like his music was definitely helping me during those times because like for anybody who used to do like Uber and shit or still doing it right now, y'all don't like doing that shit. Y'all might like, exploring new places, so like you might go back to it one day, but or like you meet some cool ass people and shit. But doing it is very draining. It takes a toll on you and your car. You know what I'm saying? And sadly my car
And your
had to be
car.
yeah, sadly my car had to be sacrificed in the vein of it, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
yeah, like his music was definitely helping me during that time because like bro, like a nigga was just going through it, you know what I'm saying? And like
Yeah.
even like in high school, I was listening to Section 80 and shit, and not even just Section 80, but like overly dedicated and like some of like Cole's projects, even shit, fucking even Kanye's projects and stuff like that. Like bro, I was, you know what I'm saying? Like it, I ain't gonna say it changed me, but it made me start appreciating things like a little bit more because like hell, it could be way worse than like for like the next guy. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's yeah, I agree. Like, well, I ain't gonna say I agree, but like I feel like that's how music kind of changed me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? At least for like in the positive way, not the negative. You know? Yeah.
No, no, I feel you.
I had to say for me, I have an interesting take on this one. I have to say it's like as I change as a person, because I believe as people we grow and we evolve. Whether you grow and evolve into a negative person or it's more into a positive person, we all in life we go through evolution stages, and
Damn.
I, and I just think that like now music has like kind of like it has expanded my mind because it's like now when I listen to different type of music, even Shaq put me on to like I used to watch Sonic as a kid, but I never paid close attention to it since I got to know him. Like so now I'm like I'm really into it. Like, but it's like and that's because of him because I never paid attention to things as well. And I feel like music would kind of like open you up to on pause will open you up to meeting different kinds of people because as you explore different kind of music, you want to kind of like sometimes in life meet new kinds of people. I know for me, so it definitely kind of like made me kind of like always open to meet different kinds of people. But I will say, like, as I mature and as I get older, there is certain music that I kind of like. I do not have as much tolerance for because it's like back when I was in middle school, I could probably like listen to DS2 all day long. But as now, like where I'm at in my life now, like mentally and stuff, spiritually, I'm gonna probably listen to DS2 for about a good 30 minutes. But
30
back
minutes.
no,
That's
like I might, yeah. What I'm saying is like I might like listen to a few songs off the album, but versus back when I was in middle school and high school, I could listen to the album like top to bottom, back and forth. But it's like there's certain things now I maybe just don't want to hear at the time because it's like I just look at life differently. But
Yeah.
but I have a limit, not me being religious and saying, oh, I'm not gonna listen to it, but I have a limit on what I am gonna intake because it's like there's certain stuff that Future was saying back then I didn't catch on to because I didn't I wasn't experiencing those things. When I
Yeah.
got older and I graduated high school, I started experiencing some of the things that he was talking about, and I'm like, it's not as really cool as it sounds like, like so. I just think that like maybe that's just a me thing, but I feel like in life, your music, the music that you have less tolerance for, it kind of like shows who you are as a person. Like because it's like if a if a person may not want to listen to YoungBoy all the time because they probably don't want to hear about somebody, hurting somebody, rapping about hurting somebody 24/7.
Yeah.
So I know for me, music kind of made me be more like self aware because, well, boy, DS2 in middle school was my thing, but once you start experiencing some of the stuff he's talking about, you probably not gonna look at the album the same.
Yeah. I
Even the
feel you.
title, and I'm not trying to be like super explicit, but even the title, "Dirty Sprite." If anybody even had Dirty Sprite, if you know how it make you feel, it's not something that's. It sounds cool, but to those who actually experimented and tried that, it's not something. It's not what it's like. So that's what I have to say.
I will say one more thing about this. Bro, fuck this game. Kind of bring back the little gaming topic while also talking about this topic too. Uh, I I will say that like for those who did used to also play like the Sonic games from like back in the day and shit. A lot of the music like during like the 2000s and even like in the 90s and shit was like black influence. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to bring this up before, but like Michael Jackson was, even though Sega is always going to like try and deny it or like say he never had no part to play in it, he kind of contributed to like some of the song's older music, especially like Sonic 3 and stuff. And then for those who played like Sonic CD, that was like how like it had house music in there. You know what I'm saying? And
No.
anywho, what I was like, where I'm going with this is like that that type of style of music or whatever did take like not a toll, but like it did like affect the way how I look at, I guess, like the games itself, because I'm like, bro, if these are like Japanese guys who's making these fucking games, or composing the music, whatever the case is, and they're getting influenced by like black artists and stuff like that, from house, rap, even like a little bit of rock and stuff like that. It's just like that's, it's right there. You know what I'm saying? Like the art is right fucking there, and I kind of hate the fact that like now, like at least like with the games, like yeah, some of the games are starting to get better, but like that sauce that like the older games had before, like is no longer there. You know what I'm saying? And it pisses me off because like I'm such a fan of the series and I was a fan of the music. It's just that like now like everything in my opinion is like kind of whitewashed. It's like this shit just it's sad just to look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
we don't have rap songs in Sonic games no more. You know what I'm saying? And if they do attempt to try and do that again, best believe it's not going to hit like how it did back in like 2001 or two with like Sonic Adventure 2 or something like that. Like no jazz, everything's all just like EDM and somewhat trap influence, which like I don't have like a major issue with, but I do miss like a little bit of like the mix. You know what I'm saying? Like at least having like a balance with that. Because like I'm looking at it like if the music like kind of went downhill for the series like this, like imagine like other games that used to have like some type of like sauce in their older titles will like no longer have like that type of shit that they got going for them anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on, give me a second. Sorry about that. Uh, hold on.
He said, "Hold on again."
Yeah.
Family stuff. Sorry. Um, but yeah, well, that's all I have to say about it. That was like a little pet peeve talk I had to just bring up or whatever.
Mm,
I'll probably bring that up in like the gaming podcast in a future episode. But yeah, like that's what I have to say about that.
maybe.
Um.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
go ahead. Go ahead.
go
My
ahead.
bad. Go
No, no,
ahead.
no, no. Go.
No, I was just thinking about something when I was talking about that last topic, like music changed you as a person. I was like, I used to think like the stuff that Future has a song called like Real Sisters or whatever,
Mm.
and it's like, and I look back, I was like the stuff that Future was saying, like when I was a kid, I'm like, man, this sounds like this real cool, like this real dope, man. And it's like when I got older, like start dating or whatever, I'm like, it sounds like a whole lot of stress, but
Mm-hmm.
it sounds cool on the song, like oh, okay, like they're two sisters, but it's like when you like get older, you start experimenting and dating and stuff like that. You're like, man, this Future make it sound cool, but it's like this ain't nothing but a whole lot of stress, whole lot of anxiety. It's just a lot. So I don't know. Like as I get older, I look back on like certain things, and I'm like, man, I had no idea what I was listening to, but but uh,
I was about to say
but I was
you
just
got that
adding that
off
in
of
there.
Two Sisters. That song is
What you mean?
you learned something from Two Sisters because that song
No. I didn't say I learned something from two sisters. I said I say back then me listening to that. I say I did not really know because at the time that when that song came out, I was in middle school, so
yeah.
I didn't really know like the whole concept behind the song. But I said as I got older and I went back and listened to the song, and and my experience while dating, I say it sound cool, like two sisters, but then when you actually in a situation like that, it's not cool. I mean, it's not it don't feel good. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what I'm saying is this: it's like basically like when you experience certain things that rappers actually talking about it, when you haven't experienced it, it maybe sound cool, but then when you actually experience something that a rapper has talked about, you're like, man, it wasn't all that. So, like, it wasn't that cool to talk about. So that's what I was saying is that when you actually experience certain things that a lot of these artists talk about, because a lot of these kids, which I was one of them, probably are not experiencing certain things that some of the rappers are talking about. Not saying that they're not, because you can still go through stuff at all stages of life, but the average 10-year-old or 11-year-old don't have that much dating experience, you know, to know certain things about a woman. So
So
that's what I was saying.
so my question is, you experienced freaking on Two Sisters?
No, no,
I fuck with you.
not
I'm
messing.
trolling. I'm trolling. I'm trolling.
Yeah, no, not messing with two sisters, but I definitely been in a situation where I liked I liked the girl, and her sister maybe have liked me, and so it was it was a mess. But nah, never, not on the sexual part, but just being in a situation where you know, two girls, they're sisters. You like one, but the other sister may like you, so something like that.
I hear you, pimp. I hear you.
No, not even. But
This man. Anywho, let's just move on to the next one. Um,
uh, you have no idea what I'm talking about.
bro, I said I'm trolling, bro. I was
No,
joking.
no, you good. You're good.
All right. So the last two topics, we'll say the best one for last. But how y'all feel about the Jackboys album, or at least like songs? Because I'm not about to sit and act like the album was like fully listenable. You know what I'm saying? So how y'all feel about it? Hello, hello.
uh, I honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I have not listened to the Jack Boys album, but I will tell you from the first one I listened to, I wasn't as excited when I announced when it was announced that the Jack Boy 2 album was dropping.
Yeah.
And then I looked at the track list. I looked at the track list and I kind of got really disappointed because I didn't really see like I think Jack Boys 1 had like I think better features or whatever. I don't know, but I'm gonna be honest. I feel like the Jack Boys 1 was overhyped because I feel like that song Out West, that song was kind of like was what Young Thug really to me that's Young Thug's song. I'm gonna just be honest. Like
Yeah.
that song was like one of the biggest songs off the album, and then that song Dior with Pop Smoke. But the rest of those songs on Jack Boys, I don't think those songs were like no like.
It was nothing
Look,
crazy.
if you yeah, those two songs, Out West, which to me it felt like a Young Thug song because Travis Scott had a really short verse, and the song with Dr. Pop Smoke, like no, I think was Travis on that song or it was just it was Travis that was on there, right?
I think so.
I
I don't
don't know.
remember.
Yeah, but I know it was Pop Smoke, and I think it was Travis Scott, but for me, listening to the first one, I don't think Jack Boys One was an album that I kind of was like, man, I can't wait for them to drop a second one. But I no, and I'm not trying to be mean. Honestly, I'm just being like respectful. Like I just feel like from listening to the first one, and I'm gonna be honest, this is what I do. I will have to say, and this is just goes for all the compilation albums. I feel like this that when an artist put out a compilation album, and I feel like the artist individually has not like built themselves up enough, like if they're not maybe doing great in their solo careers, I don't see really what's really the big deal of
Thank you.
dropping a compilation album
Thank
because
you.
I'm gonna tell you this, and I know it's gonna be somebody listening to this gonna say, well, what about sign language? Majority of the artists that were on sign language that's actually was a part of YSL careers were doing pretty good. Like Lil Key, he was doing good at the time. Lil Duke, Young Thug's brother, he solidified. Gunna, of course, Gunna was doing good. Travis Scott was on the album. It was so majority of those YSL artists. Now, yes, there are some artists on that album that are his family members, but but majority of the biggest songs off Sign Language were from the artists that were already had great solo careers. So when Jack Boy's dropping, I understand maybe the business side of it because if the song's a hit and you have Sheck West on it, it can turn into a plaque and it can help put money in their pocket. But this album probably came across as a business move. I don't know. Like I don't like I feel like business wise, like the album's gonna do number one. Like we already noticed with Travis Scott, the album,
Yeah.
we knew before the album was gonna drop. I already said the album was gonna be number one, and I'm pretty sure other people were saying that too because number one is Travis Scott on there, and if he's smart, he probably was on almost every song on the album, which which Young Thug was not on Sign Language. But
Yeah.
but I will have to say this. I just feel like I do like it when artists kind of like build up their own solo careers and then they all come together. Like him and like Don Toliver, I understand that. Like at this point, Travis Scott and Don Toliver can even do a collab album. I get that one. But and then Sofego, I didn't even know if I didn't even know he was still on the label. So and from what I seen, a lot of these songs is just Travis Scott songs.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, it's like a good
That
60%.
wait, what? Like that's not a compilation album. Like maybe one or two songs, maybe an artist because Slime Language had zero like solo artist songs. Maybe one or two,
Hmm.
but no more than two. I feel like on a compilation album, do artists need solo songs unless they're trying to help push the album and say, you know what, bro, let me take up six of these slots, man. Like, like, let me, like, you know, let me go ahead and take up six of these slots, man, because I don't think we got it like that, you know.
Yeah.
But, but at the same time, but to just do a compilation album and then you have like six songs to yourself, that don't sound compilation to me.
Nah, it
this,
don't.
this came across, and then it's like there's so much like I feel like when Travis Scott drops, and I know I'm going on a Travis rant. Excuse me, Shaq. I'm sorry, but
Ain't no
I
sweat.
just I feel like Jackboys 2 came across as like a business move. Like this comes across like this the album's gonna go number one. But I
Mm.
don't feel like I feel like compilation albums should help artists should be there to after artists have already made a name for themselves. And I'm not saying Shake West, So Fago are not like they're not known. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that it's been a hot minute since Sheck West been in the conversation. Am I wrong? It's been a hot minute since Solfago because he dropped his last project. A lot of people wasn't feeling it. So I just feel like compilation album should be after everybody that got themselves into better positions because what happens is you cannot force people to listen to an artist they have not already been listening to.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work. Like people are not gonna say, "Oh my gosh." I remember QC. They dropped their second compilation. Man, they had 35 songs. Like, and majority of the artists that were on there, I never even heard of. But at the same time, you cannot put an album out, a compilation album out, and put artists that people have not been listening to and expect people to listen to them. I feel like their solo careers should be developed first so that when a compilation album drops, it's like it makes sense. Jack Boys 2, it's just not connecting for me. It's just not. So,
I'm of that same opinion. I ain't heard it yet, so like I didn't really want to. You
six
know,
solo songs is a lot. That's a lot.
they kind of
Six
did that with like the
solos?
Dr. Dre album though, where like niggas was having like solo songs on it because it was a
No, but
content album and like
he
no, it
has
was very bloated. Yeah, it was very bloated for the for
yeah.
by what you're saying. It's like because like I was just referring to like when it happened with the Dr. Dre Compton album, which in my opinion is a compilation album, even though it's not. It just feels like that. It's like that nigga put Anderson .Paak and Kendrick Lamar like fucking everywhere, and the game had his own song with like no other verses, with like nobody else on it. But it's a Dr. Dre album. I just thought it was like that. I guess Travis
It's I,
Scott wanted to play producer.
yes, and I'm gonna say I'm gonna say this, Jack, and I'm gonna pass it to you. I think nowadays, like compilation albums are like how you say, like for example, like when DJ Khaled, DJ Khaled just have fun. Like man, I'm gonna throw Cardi and 21 together. I'm gonna throw Rick
Yeah.
Ross and Jeezy. Like he's just like man, when he put out a compilation album, he making gumbo. He just putting everything together. So what I will say with Travis, with a lot of these newer compilation albums now with these modern day artists, I feel like the the artist that is the front and center of the label, it just comes across as like this is my solo album and I'm gonna just have y'all on it. It just to me it that's what it just comes across sometimes. Like like this is just gonna be my album with a whole lot of features versus
Yeah.
it actually being a real compilation album versus just being hey this is my album and y'all just happen to be on it. So
Well, I can tell y'all from personal experience of me listening to this album. My God, bro, I ain't never. Granted, I use YouTube Music, okay, so
Hmm.
like I ain't never I don't really be disliking songs or videos unless they're just some bullshit or something. I dislike almost every single song off that fucking project, and it's not even on some hater shit. It's just the shit was just bad, bro. Like y'all like people talking about Carter 6. At least some songs are somewhat listenable. You know what I'm saying? This shit here, it was bad. Like it's a bad album. Like even if you are a Travis Scott fan, bro, there is no way you could look me in the face and tell me that this is a good album. It's not bro. I got on Twitter and I saw Mike Dean just like I think he posted like a picture of him like laughing or something, or like he put like a comment or whatever. And I'm
Hmm.
like what's going on? Like 'cause Mike Dean, he just be chilling and shit. And then that's when I found out like the Jack Boys two Jack 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 Two Boys. That's crazy. Jack Boys 2 album has dropped, and I listened, and like the first thing that I noticed was like the mixing was just complete dog shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not the best engineer. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really an engineer per se. Like I make beats and I just do it the best way I can. But dog, like what the fuck is his mixing, bro? Like everything, like it sounded like he was trying to do like some psychedelic trap shit, like what he always do, but just like way more filter and a whole bunch of stuff. And like I know Travis not really like a lyrical dude. You know what I'm saying? He really don't be saying shit. We know this about him. But my nigga, like it was one song, and I don't care if like he was making a reference or whatever. Your fucking fan base is like under 20, like under 25, bro, or like under fucking 30. So one of the verses he did was like a I guess like a reference to like an older song, but like when you hear it, it literally sounds like like something off of a SpongeBob episode, like the Doodle Bob shit. Like I'm like, bro, what the fuck are
Oh
you
damn.
doing? What are you doing, fam? Like, even for you, this is not it. You know what I'm saying? And like Don Toliver, like he did what the best he could have done. You know what I'm saying? I can't say too much for him. You know, it looking like to this point that Don Toliver might even surpass Travis Scott in terms of like,
yeah, you said that.
yeah, I can see it. I can see it because like this nigga Travis, like it's starting to show that like this thing's starting to get burnt out, bro. It goes
Yeah.
is showing it. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know the other guy, Wally or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who he is, so I can't even tell like what his verse was even sounding like. You know what I'm saying? Some songs I couldn't even get through past like a minute, bro. Like I think the first song of the album was probably like the that and the one where like he attempted to diss Pusha T was like the only ones that like I stayed through like throughout the whole song, but everything else is just like mad skips. And even like the first song, like it had like Waka Flocka on there, and like he's doing the ad-libs and shit, and like I guess that's cool for like reference stuff or whatever. But bro, I'm gonna be honest, ain't nobody trying to hear all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody trying to hear all that. Like it just
Hit that Flockabilly era over.
I mean, let Flocka do that on his own shit. You like it's already a lot of fucking noise going on the album already. You know what I'm saying? So him putting Walk on there and doing all this psychedelic shit and psychedelic trap shit with the bad mixing and subpar beats and whatever, like even for a trap beat, it just wasn't it, bro. Like the shit's just mad fucking garbage. You know what I'm saying? And now let's get on to like
sorry.
You're good. Him dissing Pusha, right? I didn't expect it. You know what I'm saying? Like he really didn't say too much. All he just said was something about I made millions selling Pusha T's and this and that. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Like, yeah, you're
such a lame thing to say.
Like, bro, you could have just left it alone. Like your album, the album's already gonna go #1. We already know that it's gonna sell a lot. But I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like the same way how people felt about like the Huncho Jack album with him and Quavo. I feel like that hate should be directed towards more this album. I'll go back and listen to Huncho Jack. You know what I'm saying? I like Huncho Jack more than Astroworld in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But this album here is like, and it's not even the fact that like I'm old. Like, bro, I'm 28. You know what I'm saying? So I still have a good mix of like newer music and older music. But nigga, like nigga, I was a fan of you at one point, bro. Like this ain't your album, but I would at least expect you to like have like a better management over shit. Because like Sheck West, like look, bro, Sheck West, no, I can't. The nigga's not for me. Like the nigga, he if this was 2000s, I would have said something different. He just sounds slow, bro. He just sounds slow. He sounds stupid when he's rapping shit. I never like I don't care about him. I don't really like Mo Bamba is just a whatever song. That shit is just for the whites and you know I'm just gonna call it what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god!
I can't get jiggy with it, bro. I can't. I'm just saying what it is. Like right now I'm playing fucking Roblox. That's what his music sound like. Roblox music, bro. That's what he sounds like. Oh like I don't want none of my kids listen to this shit, bro. He sounds like fucking like AI fucking AI brain rot ass music, bro. That's what he sounds like. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It is what it is. The Wally dude, I couldn't even tell what he sounds like, who the fuck he is, whatever the case is. Mr. Sofago, right? There's been so much, not drama, but so much shit going on with his name and stuff. I listened to Sofago like a couple of years ago, and I thought the dude was pretty cool, and I did think that like people kind of needed to get off his back, because if you ain't never been like in a label situation like that, then like how would you know? You know what I'm saying? Like the dude did the best he could have done with trying to get his music out there. It is what it is. But not gonna lie, maybe I'm in the wrong on this one, but I wasn't really feeling like his shit either. Like it bro, the album just sound like noise, bro. It just sound like it's like you trying to put like Xbox shit in a PlayStation and you trying to see if it can work. And it doesn't. Like that's like you try like imagine trying to run GTA 6 on a fucking GameCube, bro. That's how it sounds. You know what I'm saying? Like
you hate this nigga, bro.
Bro, it's not the niggas, bro. Well, Sheck West is a different story, but like it's the album, bro. It's a bad fucking album. I can go back. I'd rather listen to Carter 6 fucking times before I go back and listen to this shit, bro. I'd rather listen to fucking Nicki rant. I'd rather listen to her Coke rants, bro. You know what I'm saying? Coca-Cola. I'd rather listen to that shit. Like, nigga, I'd rather listen to Kanye's AI unfinished shit than to go back into this fucking album, bro. It is garbage. Caca. Doo doo. It is shit. Nigga, it is Cyberpunk 1.0, bro. That's how bad this fucking album is. It's ass. I don't want none of these niggas gas my shit up. If y'all want to cancel me or whatever the case is, do whatever the fuck y'all want to do. It's cool. But the album's ass, bro. It's ass. It's ass. It is garbage. Trash. I don't recommend anybody listen to this shit. Get your merch, you know what I'm saying? Like listen to it and get your own opinions on it, you know, do whatever the case. I'm just a random nigga. So I'm just saying for what it is. But the shit's just ass, bro. It's ass. Like no. Garbage. Garbage, bro. Travis Scott, do better, bro.
I
You're a father, bro.
I do want to.
What the
I do want to
hell?
say something. Uh,
What's up?
I am kind of, I am kind of wondering this, and this is me being retrospective. I do wonder because I feel like the Travis Scott label is in a weird position. I don't feel like he's the top dog, right? If we was to remove Travis Scott from his label, I don't feel like unless you have Don Toliver, but I feel like Don Toliver because he may not be on Travis Scott label for a long time. He may decide to do his own, to start his own label,
Uh-huh.
but I wonder, I wonder this is that did Travis Scott try to do this to try to help because he's been trying to work with Sheck West for a minute. If anybody know this, Sheck West has been signed to Travis Scott for what I think longer than Don Toliver. Um, I think Sheck West was signed longer than Don Toliver. So Fago, one time I know he did want to kind of like leave the label. That's why I was shocked to see that he was on the album because I thought he left. But I think maybe because I'm trying to give Travis Scott some grace. I think maybe he was trying to figure out a way how can he push his artists because some of these guys besides Don Toliver, they're probably as him being like ahead of the label. I'm not saying like he owned Epic or anything, but him being like the top dog at Cactus Jack. I wonder was he trying to do this to like okay, you know what? If Shaquille, if you had a label and then me and Trevin are both signed you, Trevin's doing great, and then I'm doing terrible. Like I'm going triple styrofoam. You may
Yeah,
say,
not
you know
triple
what, bro?
styrofoam.
Yeah, and then you had some other homies that signed to the label too, Shaq. They ain't. They're going quadruple styrofoam, and so you're probably like, this, Shaq. You're probably saying, I'm doing great. Trevor's doing good. Let's just put out together an album to see will it kind of help because it's gonna sell good. But my second thing is to get y'all opinion on is why y'all think the album is selling so like the numbers are astronomical.
It's because of who he is, and that's really all it is.
But
Travis
do
Scott
y'all
can release some bullshit and they'll still sell like at least gold.
Yeah, yeah. Travis Scott is a brand, bro. He's legit like a company wide brand at this point. You know what I'm saying? So no matter if you was to put his name like let's just say like I don't know like if you was to put his name like on a 2K game or whatever like 2K 27 Travis Scott edition whatever for some fucking reason that shit is going. I mean, 2K is already going to sell out. I mean, already going to sell as it is. But like, some people going to look at it. It's just like, oh man, it's going to be Travis Scott. We're going to have like rodeo songs on there, Astro World songs on there. Like, it's going to be crazy. Like, he's a brand at this point. He's legit like Toys R Us in the '90s right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh, Don
to the
Toliver,
first point. The
huh?
first point. I said I wanted y'all to address that first point. 'Cause
Huh?
remember I was saying if you was in Travis Scott position and Trevin was Don Toliver and me and a lot of other your friends are going quadruple styrofoam, would you make the business decision if you were Travis Scott, you and Trevin's your only successful artist, me and a whole lot of other, YNs or going quadruple styrofoam, would you say, hey, like, look, let's do this compilation album to try to help get your name out there again?
Yeah, I will still do it because at the end of the day, I'm the label boss. Like I can't just leave these niggas out not eating. You know what I'm saying? But
It's gonna feed their families.
yeah, like I mean these like at the end of the day, bro. No matter how I feel about the album per se, like he did what he was supposed to do as far as being a label boss. You know,
Yeah.
it's just in my opinion, I would have just like I know Don Toliver is better than this shit, bro. He's better than this shit. I know he had to just been like, man, like, like, really? Like, is this really what I'm about? Like, cause like, nigga, I fuck with Don Toliver more now than I ever did with Travis Scott. And every album that Don Toliver dropped, like, it hasn't been bad. Like, it's just been straight fire. You know what I'm saying? He picks good beat selections. Like he gets the right producers. Bro, he had fucking Uncle Charlie Wilson on his shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, come on, bro. Like Travis, like I said, like oh my god, whatever. I've been saying this since Astroworld or like sometime in 2017 that like Travis Scott, like he's just starting to just decline whenever it comes to music shit. Like Rodeo, like he had everything going right with that fucking album. Like he had T.I.'s like knowledge and shit. He had Kanye's help with that shit. He did everything right when it came to Rodeo. Dark Sky Paradise, like I'm not not the big, that's a Big Sean album. Birds Sing McKnight or Birds in the Trap, whatever the fuck it's called.
Birds Sing McKnight.
I did used to thought that like I know everybody else kind of hating on that album. I did used to thought that like it was kind of overhated, but kind of going back, it didn't really age well. Look, this is a little pet peeve of mine. Travis Scott and 21 Savage is like the most shittiest duo ever, bro. I don't like their collaborations at all.
Travis Scott and who?
21 Savage.
Mm.
I don't.
I can see that.
I don't. Every song that they've been on, every song since Birds it's just annoying garbage to me. Y'all want to know something? 21 Savage was on the Jackboys 2 album. You know what I'm saying? And the main complaint that at least everybody agreed to, that on the song that 21 was on, he was doing the 21 ad-libs again, like the 21, 20, 21. And everybody agreed that was the most annoying shit. And they was asking Travis, like, they was even adding him. And I'm like, hey, can y'all take out the 21 ad-libs? Like, it's ruining the fucking song. Everybody was saying that shit. And guess what the fuck happened? He did. He took the ad-libs
Wow.
off. I don't even think his name is even credited on the song anymore. I don't know if they took his whole verse off the song, but I do know for sure they took the ad-libs off. I do not, because I think that's what people were saying or whatever. Like I can take a Travis and Future, I can take a Travis and Thug, a Travis and Quavo, Travis and Ye, Travis and whoever, but Travis and 21 is the most annoying shit ever. And I fuck with 21. You know what I'm saying? When he's by himself. You know what I'm saying? But
he's not good at being duo. I don't know.
That duo, it's just so lackluster, bro. Like they not saying shit. And like I agree, like the ad-libs was just like the song was already whatever. But the ad-libs just did not make it any better, bro. Like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, so as a former Travis Scott fan, bro, I don't like how lazy and just mediocre his music just gotten, bro. Like Utopia, like it was like a little bit like I do listen to Utopia way more than Astroworld, but even then, like there's just some songs that I just go back to, and some songs is just kind of whatever. Like once again, 21's on that fucking album, just straight. It wasn't as annoying, but it just wasn't fucking needed. You know what I'm saying? I can listen to Fiend. You know what I'm saying? When Travis Scott and Playboi Carti get on the song, I fuck with that collaboration. You know what I'm saying? They do their thing. But it just wasn't needed on this. This album didn't need to exist, bro. And if it was going to exist, it needed better fucking care. I honestly think that even if Mike Dean, like, because right now Mike Dean and Travis Scott, they're not cool with each other. You know what I'm saying? They're not cool with each other. I feel like if Mike Dean even was on this album, maybe it would have went from like an F minus to maybe like a C plus at best. You know what I'm saying? But even then, bro, it's like this shit is garbage. I don't want to talk about this shit no more. Like I said, y'all can listen to the album whenever y'all want to, no matter what I say or how. Now, look, no matter what how I say or how I feel at the end of the day, like y'all make your own decisions, whether y'all want to listen to it or not. But I just wasn't satisfied, bro. I wasn't satisfied. As soon,
But well, hold on.
yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I had wanted to say this. I had wanted to say this. The reason why I kind of like interjected because you did say like you did say this right when I asked you the question. I said if you was in a position where you had to feed if Trevin signed your label, he's like Don Tolliver, and it's me and it's a whole lot of other people, and I'm going quadruple styrofoam. Your other homies going quadruple styrofoam. Like you said that okay, you would put an album out and put me on it. Trevin, you're a successful artist on it. Me that's doing not that good, and some other people that's not doing good. Just, you say you would do that in order to make sure I got food on my plate. So you said that you understand why he did it because you said you would do the same thing to feed your homies.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, so what I'm saying is, and I'm not trying to contradict your point musically because your opinion, you listen to the album, so your opinion is valid because you listen to it. But I'm just saying it's like, should we kind of like give him an excuse per se if he's trying to make sure his homies like, hey, like, look, I don't. Okay, when the last time Sheck West had like a hit or a Billboard charting song?
Okay, so look, because I understand what you're saying, and like you're right to to kind of question me on that. But let's use like another example, right? Let's just say like Young Money, right? Like if Young Money, I understand like Drake and Nicki are not on the label no more, and a lot of people aren't really on their label no more. But let's just say this is do like a Young Money reunion album or whatever the case is. You already know Drake is gonna do top numbers. Nicki's going to do good numbers, whatever the case is. So now, okay, you got your superstars, and then you got Wayne too. You got your superstars, cool. Now you got Tyga. Tyga, like let's just say if nobody was beefing and everybody's just fucking cool, Tyga he might have some decent club bangers, whatever the case is. Cool. Now let's throw on the little niggas. Now you got Lil Twist and Lil Chucky or whatever. I haven't heard them niggas rap in so many years, but I'm going to assume that they're at least better than how they were back in 2011, sort of say, or 2010. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to assume that they got better. Nobody really know, like this newer generation don't really know who they are. So if you was planning to put those two niggas on the album, just give them like I guess don't no, I will say this. Don't give them their own songs. Do not do that. Do not do that. You can have them featured with like I guess Wayne or Nicki or maybe Tyga, maybe, you know what I'm saying? If it was just one of them, but don't give them their own fucking songs on the album. It's not gonna work. That's just not gonna get no plays. It might get plays for just nostalgic reasons, but like no. And that's what Travis did on this Jackboys album. Let me go to the track list. Go to track list real quick just to make sure I don't get my information wrong. Hold on.
Okay, I'm a wait.
Okay, so and let me put my phone to landscape mode. Okay, so I can see the phone is.
Oh no, I can't do that.
Okay, so One of the songs he had Don Toliver and he had Sheck West. I can't tell you if that song was good or not because I have a dislike. But I think some people did like that song. So I'm guessing he did what he was supposed to do on there. You know what I'm saying? But now you got on to you have okay, so now you have Don Toliver, Future, and Wally the Sensei. I guess that's his other artist. That doesn't have that much plays on it. Now, yes, you have Don Toliver and Future, but this Wally niggas was like, who's really talking about Wally like that? So that shit just went out the window. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh.
And bro, and like dog, as I'm saying, as I'm going through this list, Travis Scott is almost on every fucking song, bro. And like some of the songs have some of the niggas that's on here are not even Jackboys. You know what I'm saying? You got Kodak Black, you got Future, you got bro, the biggest fucking song that has like the most numbers. Well, okay, other than 2000 Excursion, but that was a single. No, actually, I'll take that back. But what I do know, one of the songs that like people fuck with the most is the one between him and Youngboy. You wanna know fucking why? Because it's fucking Youngboy. You know what I'm saying? This nigga had Tyler and Vibes Cartel on there. Who the fuck listens to them like that?
That's
like,
crazy.
Well, Tyler, she's different. Like that's different. And Vibes Cartel, like I'm not gonna say who listens to them, but your audience, your Cactus Jack audience, don't listen to no Tyler. They don't listen to no Vibes Cartel, bro. They don't. And even if it was like to be like a radio hit, bro, the mixing is so fucking ass. So like, if you got some shitty ass speakers in your fucking whip, that shit is gonna blow out, bro. It's garbage. Dog, no. I know I'm kind of getting off topic. I'm sorry. I don't like to look at this fucking album, bro. It's fucking disgusting. Anyway, to answer
really hate this man,
bro. To answer your question, the one like, if it was up to me, if I was Travis Scott and I got my niggas and my little niggas or whatever, one, I'm gonna make sure I get a fucking top tier engineer. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm making bank. You know what I'm saying? I'm making fucking bank. So I need a S tier engineer, bro. I need an S tier engineer. Or at least two of them. You know what I'm saying? Two.
At least two of them.
At least two. Number two now, make sure these fucking beats don't sound like they're just whatever. He's doing a lot of beat switches on here, and like I understand that's his fucking thing, but at the same time, bro, nobody needs all of that shit. Nobody needs all these fucking beat switches, bro. It is not fucking needed. Like niggas just trying to vibe out. They're just trying to like ride the wave or whatever, and you crashing the wave, throwing some fucking throwing a big ass whale in there, bro. We don't need that shit. We don't need it. We don't, bro. Like Don Toliver and Sheck West. I guess it makes sense to an extent. I can't say too much because I don't fuck with Sheck West like that. But it makes sense in the fact that like, you know, some people do ask about Sheck West. So hearing them with Don Toliver, which is probably like a smart move, worked out for them. You know what I'm saying? It made sense. This Willie the Sensei dude, I never heard of this nigga in my life. I didn't even know he was a part of Cactus Jack. You know what I'm saying? If anything, I thought it was just Travis, Don Toliver, Sheck West, a little bit, and Sofago. I never seen this. I'm about to keep calling him Uchi Wally. This fucking Willie the Sensei dude. You know what I'm saying?
Uchi Wally. Uchi Bang Bang.
You know what I'm saying? And this nigga was smart not to give any of these other niggas like more fucking songs, because every other song that's on here, you have Travis Scott, Cardi, and Future. You have Travis Scott and Sofago, which once again, it's too much fucking experimenting shit going on. It's a lot. It's a lot, bro. It's a lot. I'm just repeating myself.
Okay, hold on, because this is my point, pretty much. Because I wanted you to kind of like, okay, because when you were saying this, if you use the Young Money example,
right?
Like a lot of these guys that you name there on the album,
right?
Like I'm talking about the guys that are the unknown people.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to say unknown with the.
Might as well be
the people that's not the superstars Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The people that's not superstars on the album, they don't really have their own solo songs. They don't
Yeah.
have their like like they're either paired up with Travis Scott, and then on top of that, because I do have another critique. I do feel like compilation albums should not have so much outside features. It should just be a limit, right? I feel like because if it's just like the artist that's on the label, and then you got like 8, 9 feature artists outside of that.
Yeah.
Now, from what you said, I don't think there was too many of that going on, was it? But I did want you to go back to your point.
Hmm.
Did Travis Scott do all that what he could do? Because, like you say, none of these guys, like the that's not really popular, they don't really have their own songs. So I'm just asking you, do you think Travis Scott did all he could do? Like, I'm talking about as in just pairing people up, not as in the mixing and stuff like that.
Okay.
That could have been fixed, but I feel like from what you said, Travis Scott, not only did he get outside help, he was on majority of the songs to kind of like help, because what he could have did, he could have said, all right, y'all do your own thing and we'll just put it together as a compilation album. But does this kind of sound like Travis Scott was doing all he could to help these guys by being on the songs with them and getting Future and 21 Savage and Waka Flocka and all that?
Yeah. Yeah. He did what he could have done as far like beats and mixing aside. He done what he could have done. Like, and just to make one more comparison, many years ago, for those who's like fans of like good music, the Cruel Summer project or whatever, like when Kanye did the direction for that album, like when it came to outside help, it was like limited to like maybe like 4 or 5 guys, because I think Mace was on there. Uh, Funny enough, R. Kelly was on there. Um, I think The Dream, because The Dream's not good music, so The Dream was on there, and some other artist. Ghostface Killer's on there, and another person, but it makes sense because they are all like like they're good affiliates with good music, so it makes sense. So I can't get mad at Travis for getting outside help, because uh Future, Cardi, they are like they're like, I ain't gonna say they're Jackboy material, but like they work for Travis Scott and they work with Don Toliver. You know what I'm saying? And I guess Kodak Black too. Like they did have songs before, so it's like it makes sense to get those guys. But the Tyler and the Vibes Cartel, I can never pronounce his artist name. Sababy or some Sababi or whatever. Like whatever the fuck, like that I don't know, that didn't really make no sense to me. And unfortunately 21 Savage had to be included in that too. But Travis, he did what he was supposed to do as far as like getting the right guys for this album per se. I would say, however, if he was to, I guess, give Don Toliver and Checkwiz like their own songs, as well as like the Willie dude or whatever, I probably would have recommended it being like a shorter album, because there's 17 songs on this project. You know what I'm saying? There's 17, and it was already insufferable me trying to even get through like 5 of them. You know what I'm saying? But look, funny because we stayed on this topic for too long. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm ready to just move on to the last one. We can come back.
Final question. One final question.
What's up?
Just answer this one last question. We'll be done. We'll be done.
Okay.
Okay. How much does this fall on Travis? Because once again, I'm asking you a question, Shaquille. If you were in Travis Scott's position and you're doing all you can, you grabbing all these mainstream artists to do a song with me, because my career is not, it's not, it's not really moving.
Uh-huh.
How much does that fall on him versus it just being the people, the artists that's probably not pulling their own weight? Because if you get Future, 21 Savage, Cardi, all these mainstream um, S tier artists on the album. It's only so much that they could do. How much does it fall on Travis versus is it just that artist themselves is just not bringing it to the table?
It's
So
so okay. So I'm not gonna lie. It's too soon for me to really answer that because the album just came out and the reception for it is still kind of mixed from everybody. Like the guys who give it let's give it a week and see like how the reception is because like right now, like I say, y'all just going based off what how I'm saying it. You know what I'm saying? Like I could be wrong. I could just be saying whatever, you know? But the reception is mixed because like right now, like the Travis Scott fans, like at least for like the newer guys, whatever, they're listening to this album. You know what I'm saying? But the guys who like listen to just like rap or trap in general, they're kind of mixed on it. You know what I'm saying? So right now it's really hard for me to really say if 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 Travis kind of failed with it because money wise he's not gonna fail with it. Like stream wise, like it's at number one, it's at the top. So he's doing like he did his thing as far as like it being capitalized on it. Like bro, it's like it's being capitalized so well that like even if you used to like I think I was watching a video and one of the YouTuber's friends was reading manga, right? And hear me out. He was reading manga, and on one of the websites, the advertisement was linked to the Jackboys 2 album. So like it's being advertised so well that like even if you're not really a fan of Travis Scott or whatever the case is, but you just trying to check it out, like people are gonna go to it and it's gonna get his numbers. You know what I'm saying? So as far as for like on a business move or whatever, it's not gonna fall on him. You know what I'm saying? He did what he was supposed to do. But music wise, uh, Don Toliver's
it
fine.
goes on the artist though,
No,
don't it?
it well, I mean, it's that's up to him how he feels about it because like that's what I'm saying. Don Toliver is in a good spot. He even if he was like doing, let's just say like if Travis Scott and Don Toliver was pulling more of the weight, they're in a better position. But Sheck West, like I said, we have to wait for the reception. If people ain't fucking with the Sheck West songs or the ones that he's featured on, then yeah, that falls on Sheck West. That doesn't really fall too much on Travis
Okay.
Scott. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with that other guy. It doesn't really fall on. It doesn't fall on Travis. It falls on that guy. You know what I'm saying? But I will say with Travis, if he knows that he's been holding these artists back, if he's been holding these artists back, because I don't know who really runs Cactus Jack like that or whatever. If he's the one who's been holding these artists back, or if his label is the one who's been holding the artists back, and they ain't got no motion going on, then he will have to play some part of it. Because like you can't expect like same thing going on with ASAP Rocky right now. Like you can't expect your fans to always fucking be there because if you ain't cooking, if you ain't releasing no products for them, why would they stick around? Because of your fucking name? No. Like Sheck West is not a household name, bro. That is something you just get off the dollar menu, bro.
Damn.
Like that is something you just want to experiment and be like, oh, they got cheesy tots at Burger King. Okay, I guess I could check it out. And it's up to you whether if you like it or not. If that shit ain't got no flavor, then you're not really missing out on much. Because you got the large fries, which is Don Toliver, and you got the fucking burger, which is Travis Scott. He is just an extra value dollar menu, value meal. I mean value food item, bro. That's all he is.
That's crazy.
That's all he is. So it's a little bit
Well,
of them, but it's like I said, if it was up to the label or Travis Scott when it comes to their popularity, then they have a part to play in it as well. That's all I can say.
what I will say this, I feel like this is maybe a conversation that we can have have in the future should the the label the label owner or the label executive, should they be featured on every single song? Because usually compilation albums, usually just because you're the head of the table does not mean you should be on every song. So I do kind of feel like that says a lot. My, before I even heard the album, before I even listened to it, I was still gonna listen to it. But when I see that on the track list, I'm like, man, Travis Scott almost like on every song. So I think that does say a lot too, because usually compilation albums are just compilation albums. It's just because you're like, you know, you're like the CEO of the label or whatever the case may be. Like if Future was to, no, let me not even say that. But like, I don't know, because I do like even with Lil Yachty when he do his compilation albums. Well, when before his group kind of split, they kind of like split now. He wasn't on every song, so
Yeah.
but that's kind of real interesting. I'm like, man, he's on almost every song, so I could tell. It just seemed like Travis Scott was trying to help. So that's why I'm a get on the brakes a little bit on him, cause I'm 9 times out of 10. If Shaq, if you was in a bad position musically, and if I and if I could help you to take care of your family, I'm probably gonna do it. even though even though it may be at my expense, because at the end of the day, people gonna point the blame to Travis Scott. So, but at the same time, I just take it as like sometimes like he took a L for the team.
Yeah. 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 All right. Let's go. I didn't mean to drag that on for too long. Let's just go ahead and just get to the last topic. The Clipse album.
The best album that I have heard in recent years. Every song is a 10 out of 10. No skips. And I think the best, they all came up to play. Everybody that had a verse. The funny thing is, the worst verse is still a really good verse, which is Nas's verse to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But and the cool thing is that the best verse isn't even Kendrick's verse for me. But Kendrick's verse was really good. You know how like a lot of people only listen to certain albums just because it has a certain feature of a certain someone,
Yeah.
right? But this one, it's like you can't really do that because you'll be missing out on a lot of like some of the best beats, some of the best rapping from both Pusha T and Malice. Um, and it's like it just doesn't stop. Like the choruses are all good from whether it's Pusha doing it or John Legend or whoever. You know what I found out is that the pianos that are on that song on the first song they rap is
Mm.
Stevie Wonder.
Yeah,
I didn't.
and I just found out like the person who was talking at the end was Stevie Wonder. I legit
Yep.
I thought that was a woman, bro. I'm not gonna lie to
Mm-hmm.
you. Yeah. So
So it's like they got some really Pharrell. He get like a lot the agenda that has always been is that Pharrell always gives the best beats that he has to Pusha T and Malice, which I think is still true because you don't hear beats like this being made for the other niggas that he be giving beats to. That be
yeah.
bragging about like having beats by Pharrell. It's like Pharrell made this. Like I don't think he really gave a shit about you, bro. But those beats is like that's like cream of the crop type shit. And it's just pretty cool that they, especially the first song when they were talking about like their parents. Well, the first like full song because obviously the intro is the intro,
Yeah.
but like it's just a cool thing that they're all childhood friends, like Pusha T, Malice, and Pharrell.
Yeah.
So it's like them to make a song like that about their parents that who they have both lost in the span of 2 months. Um, and like that definitely did like pull a tear out of me because of what they were saying. It's like it wasn't like no half baked ass song. So it's like, and it just keeps going from that. Like it just doesn't stop. And I think that a lot of people should listen to that. Like everybody needs to listen to that album first and foremost. And if they haven't, and because I think that if they uh take if they learn from what was done in that album, rap as a whole, like the genre, can like go a lot further than what it is right now in terms of like its authenticity.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely my favorite rap album that came out this year. Honestly, I don't see anything topping it from anybody that's coming out, whether it's announced or not. But I do hope that it does win something from when it's award season, whether it be from Grammys or from BET or whatever the fuck. It does deserve its flowers. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But it might lose to Kendrick or it might lose to Cardi. Jid is dropping too. I forgot who else is dropping that like might win something. Uh, but yeah, it's a pretty stacked year, to be honest. In terms of like people that are dropping, not about content, not like the quality, but yeah, it's a pretty that's a pretty like big wake up call for rap, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I don't want to talk about the first song too much because, like, honestly, bro, like, due to what I kind of experienced, I'm not going to really speak on it, but what I kind of experienced, like 2 years ago with losing a maternal figure, that song, it definitely hits me every single time I listen to it. So it's like, I it's just like you already you already hit the mark on that song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's how I felt when I heard it.
Yeah. Um, Chains and Whips, bro. Like I didn't listen. I didn't listen to like I heard like a little bit of snippet, but I wanted to save everything for like when the album was coming out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Cause I remember everybody kept talking about Kendrick's verse, like the gens or whatever the fuck it is. But like,
I muted that shit.
yeah, I held out. I did like it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad like they wasn't really on like no dissing shit. Like it was just straight just rap bars, just whatever. But I'm not gonna lie, I would probably say the best guest feature I'll probably give it to is Tyler. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
because yeah, I will say this about Chains and Whisper, like the beat is crazy, man. Like that beat, like the more and more. At first, I didn't really think too much of it, but every time I go back and listen to it, like it just like like in the beginning, like I said, the first song it's so emotional and everything, but then like when the next song comes on, it's like you're ready to go to war and shit. Like you're ready, like all right, like I gotta get this crying shit off me. Let me suit up, put my boots on, and just start like boxing on niggas. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
yeah, POV, bro. Like that's the same thing. The beat was funky with that shit. Tyler, he kind of hit me with like I'm probably gonna like outgrow my heroes, or whatever. I know that could be directed to like literally anybody, but I find it. I don't know. It was funny that like the first person I thought of when he said that was Kanye, and like even though he probably will never address it, I still kind of believe that like it might have like a part like Kanye might be the target for that shit because like hey, you know I can kind of see it happening. You know what I'm saying? If Tyler just stays on the direction that what he's doing and change things up a little bit, I can see it happening. You know what I'm saying?
him outgrowing Kanye.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, of
well,
course.
well, doing better, in my opinion. Yeah, it could be up.
Yeah,
It could be up for debate in the future, but like I can see it happening. You know what I'm saying? So be it. Fire ass song. I didn't get to hear like the other version, the one that didn't have the sample. So I didn't get to hear how that beat sounded. It's like every time I try to look for it, like that's just nowhere to be found. So I didn't get to hear that version. But I was already fucking with that song. I did agree with somebody on Twitter. It was just like if that song had came out like in the 2000s, like that shit would definitely been like a radio hit. Like
yeah,
I don't know. It was just crazy. Ace trumpets, fire ass song. The beat was crazy.
yeah.
I wish that song was like a little bit longer. All things considered, once again, and that one was crazy too. I like the Dreams contribution to that song on there. Mike Tyson blow to the face. That shit was just crazy. Like, bro, I'm going to keep saying the same thing again. Like, every song on here was just straight out crazy. Like, I don't even think like I have a favorite song per se, because like each song each song had like a good length. Like, nothing was too long, nothing was too short. If anything, I wish that some songs was like a little bit longer, but regardless, like, I'm fine with how it is. You know, the production,
Yeah.
every song on there was fucking crazy. I know some people like I don't really know how to pronounce it, but EBITDA or whatever, EBITDA or whatever. Like, I know
Yeah.
some people say like it started like kind of to fall off like around that time. For those who wasn't really like major Clipse fans, or
Hell
whatever.
no.
No, but see, that's my thing. Like, it gave me like that early 2000s type of vibe. Like, I don't, like I said, I can't remember what songs that Pharrell really did in 2000s. Like, I just don't know. I just don't know off like the top of my head. But that beat sounded like something that came out during that time, and like they was just having fun with it. You know what I'm saying? That's the vibe that I got off of it.
Yeah.
You know, FICO, crazy, and then I was about to say indigenous. Inglorious Bastards, crazy. So Far Ahead, fuck with that one. Let God Sort 'Em Out in Chandeliers. It was like a little bit different compared to all the other songs, and as far as for like Nas's verse, like, it wasn't bad. It wasn't nothing too crazy. I think this was just kind of giving like respect and like, you know,
Yeah.
just showing love and stuff. So I didn't.
Yeah, that's
mind.
how I felt.
Yeah, I didn't mind that. You know what I'm saying? But I was just like thinking, I'm like, damn, like, imagine if Jay-Z was on this fucking album, bro. And imagine if Jay-Z was on the Chandeliers, like.
Bro, that's what I thought was gonna happen.
I thought, yeah, bro, I thought they was gonna do like a Ghost verse or something, like a Ghost feature or something like that, like a surprise feature or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, man, if they had put Jay-Z with Nas on the fucking same song, I guess like if it had like a different beat or whatever, that would've been nice too. But like, if they was on the same fucking song and they just went bar for bar like how they did on Black Republican, bro, or I think it was like, was it Black Republican or Black Presidents? I can't remember. But
Wait, with him and who?
with Jay and Nas, it was on
Black Republican.
Black Republican. If they was to do some shit like that would have been fucking fire, you know. But regardless, it's still cool. I mean, like, shit, if they can do it deluxe, that'll be even fucking better. But overall, like, it's fine. And like I said, like the last song, By the Grace of God, it was a good ending. Like, it was peaceful. It was like very, like, they left their mark, bro. Like,
Yeah.
honestly. So I will kind of sound like this was like a fuckery move for me saying this, but I wish that the Jackboys album had came out first before this one, so I can just it could just leave like a stain on Travis, be like, yeah, so this is how the fuck you do a fucking album. Because like it's like, cause since
I thought it did come out first.
Nah, the Clipse album came out first. 2000.
No, didn't they both come out at the same time?
I think 2000 Excursion, like the single, came out first, but then the Clipse album came out first. I don't know. I could.
What? Hold on. Didn't the Jackboys album just come out?
Let me see. Hold on. Let me check.
Because the whatchamacallit just came out. Let me see.
I'm about to.
Jackboys 2.
Let me see. July 11, and then
July 13th. Yeah, that's. July 13th was what the fuck was, what day was July 13th? Sunday?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So Like God Sort 'Em Out came out first, and
That's dumb.
yeah, like the single 2000 Excursion off the Jackboys album, that came out like the same day Let God Sort Him Out or so, or like the day after. But the album came out like after that, and it was just like it's like as soon as I got done listening to the Jackboys album, I went straight back to this shit, bro, because it's like I'm not even trying to I'm not even trying like I'm trying to be on like some old head shit or whatever. But like, bro, like this album just sounded too fucking good. And you go and
Yeah.
listen to Jackboys, it's just like, nigga, it's like I'm it
I'm not.
just
Yeah, I'm not even. I wouldn't even try.
yeah, bro. It just wasn't it. But I don't like I ain't gonna stay on it for too long because we have been on here for like more than more and I'm going to assume that Dewan, you haven't listened to the Clipse album.
I did listen to some of it. I listened to I remember one of the songs. What is it called? MT. What does it stand for?
Mike
Mike
Tyson goes to the
Tyson,
Uh,
go
face.
to the face.
Yeah.
yes, and I was listening to that song. I listened to a few other songs, but that one was like
Fuck.
I really did like that one. I'm gonna be honest. From a few songs I listened to, I was like, man, I felt like playing some Saints Row 3. And I'm gonna just say this because this album, it kind of reminds me how albums used to hit in the early 2010s,
Yeah.
like in 2011, 2012. It did not saying it didn't sound like it. It didn't sound like this album has its own unique sound. It don't sound like 2011. But I remember when people used to listen to albums and they used to just chill.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm not doing nothing around the house. I mean, back in 2010, people used to like be with their homies and be at the house, just on the couch chilling, listen to albums. Now people listen to albums cleaning and working and all that type of stuff. And nowadays we're like, because of life, we're so busy that we don't realize that sometimes, like, man, just chill, listen to an album. And this album, like, it's definitely like I'm gonna just, I'm gonna chill when I have time. I'm gonna really chill and listen to this album because this is one of those albums. From what I heard, is that I don't want to be busy doing nothing. You know,
Yeah.
I really want to, take it in. Pause, but
Ooh.
I really want to like just receive all of what this album has to give. So I'm gonna chill. But I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna have to probably figure out a way to play Saints Row 3 because I don't know this album and Saints Row 3. It just kind of like this is one of those albums where I really want to be chilling. Like I want to be chilling, like no social media, no nothing, just chilling.
Yeah.
So
Shout out to
Son of a
Clips.
bitch.
Shout out to
Oh my
Clips. What
god.
is wrong with you?
Yeah. This game is pissing me off. I'm sorry.
hey, I do, and this random thought just came to my head. Like the next girl I date, I want her to remind me of the year 2011. I don't know what was it about the year 2011, but I just
Saints
feel
Row
like
Saints Row 3 came out. Or Saints Row 4. One of
No,
those.
three.
Saints Row 3. What Saints Row 3 came out? It was Saints Row 3 came out. Carter 4 dropped. I don't know. It wasn't all this social
Gears
media
of War
stuff.
3, Sonic Generations.
Oh man, look, I want look the next girl I talk to, I want her to remind me of the year 2011. Like I'm telling you, like 2011.
Y'all niggas.
Man.
But shout out to Clips. Shout out for, you know, thank you for making such
Batman
a
Arkham City.
thank you
Batman.
for making such a great album.
Ooh,
Skyward
my boy said
Sword.
Batman
LA
Arkham
Noir.
City. But
Uncharted
Mass Effect,
3.
did Mass Effect come out around that time? Man,
Shit,
look,
I don't know. I don't even fucking know.
look,
I don't feel like looking
look.
all that up.
I want her to have a 2011 aesthetic. Like if
Mario
she
Kart.
has an iPod,
Not Mario Kart.
like
Mortal
like
Kombat 9.
if she has an iPod with an oversized hoodie and some with a trunk fit shirt on and some
Trunk fit. That's
and some DC shoes, with some shoes called like, man, I ain't gonna lie. It's hard to find those, I ain't gonna lie. It's hard.
yeah, I got a good one.
She reminds you of 2011, the year.
I met her in 2011.
Ooh, okay, check. What about you? Does Miss Wait, oh, we're streaming. I'm sorry. What?
I'm about to say, bro.
Okay,
And
you
no,
go over there.
I met her in 2017.
No,
No,
I would just say
16.
no. I know not the year you met her. I'm just saying, do y'all wives give y'all like that early 2010, 2011 vibe?
I
back when it wasn't a lot of social media. Like, do y'all, you know?
yes, bro. She's a fucking Weekend fan. Like that's like that era.
Okay, like.
So I hear nothing but old Weekend sounds, and I get put back to that time.
Uh,
To another.
she. I don't know. I don't really do my relationships based off of that. Like I kind of got over that period as I got older. But
Okay.
yeah, she. I mean, it's all good. It's all good. But thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for coming through and dealing with all this other craziness going on. Please listen to the Clipse album. I'll pray for you if you listen to the Jackboys album. And
I won't.
other than that, y'all have a good one. Take it easy until next week.
Peace.
Take it easy.
Peace. My bad.